What's good, budget fam? We back at it again. This is part 15 in our series. We got around 58, 57 days in the last episode. I think we're starting on 62 because I took a 3 to 4 day break to visit the family. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Alright, I watered her both roughly half a gallon each.
She was so dry that the soil started channeling. As soon as I poured it, the water ran out the bottom. She, however, got enough water. So I'm guessing the closer you are with the line to the water, the better. The more water comes out. I don't think that it's an equal amount shot into each four. What happened was the majority of the water went to the left and very little water went to the right. So these were slightly under, but not to the point where it's a problem. They're beautiful green leaves. They're looking great. There's early bud development. Some more early bud development on the uppers. You'll see some purpling and reddish little, those aren't pistils, those are leaf tips. Those are the sugar leaves. That's purpling here. Just real bushy. Slight purpling and redding out right here in the corners on this guy, but not a lot. So, as far as color goes, I think the blueberry cupcake will be more colorful than the violet vortex so far. And that's probably shouldn't be the case, but that's what it seems like so far. Very interesting, very interesting. Good gorns. Like, the height difference on these, one of the biggest problems when growing is like, don't grow two different strains. Or two vastly different strains. If you're gonna grow both indicas, both stout, stocky plants. Don't get yourself like one lanky monster and then a short guy, because you're gonna have a hard time balancing PPFD. For the plant down low, I am probably not hitting her with the correct amounts of PPFD, and on the plant on the right, we're like borderline getting too much. So, I'm thinking about super cropping some of these branches so that there's no chance of it reaching the top. But I'm just gonna hold out and see how this goes for the next week or so, because her stretch phase has got to be close to over. It's got to be almost done, because that's a lot of stretch that she took. I think that's only a 2 gallon, and she's like taking off. So we'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. Sprayed some hydrogen peroxide on the bottom of the tent. Cleaned it up with this towel. And toss her into the sunlight. But we got the tent looking much better. I'll have to do like maybe a little shop vac and make sure this is clean. But hopefully she recovers. And seeing the top layer of soil starting to dry, which is a good sign, meaning she's drinking. And evaporation's happening, so hopefully she'll pull out of this in the next couple days, and plant on the right will probably just finish up in the next couple weeks. Starting to see some ambering of the pistils. It's starting to look real good. There we are. Really early signs of ambering, so I think she's going to be done soon. She's sick, but hopefully she'll be done soon too. Really starting to chonk up. Do you see that on the mountaintops? Oh, my gorns. Or my gorns. Oh, sheesh. Luckily I still have the 5-gallon bucket full of water here, so I'm just going to use that for now. Here's my water from the 5-gallon bucket. This is a little bit more than half a gallon. I'm just gonna pour probably like a quarter of that around, then another quarter. So I'm about halfway in. Throw some down there. Throw some down there. Give her some more. And wet the floor.
I like wetting the floor a lot with the water.
All pots pretty much have holes on the bottom that allow them to uptake the water. The plant on the left is way bushier. It's got way more top sites than the plant on the right. The plant on the right is absolutely going ham. It's going way too ham. It might get too tall at this point. The light's like not that far away from it. Man, it looks like it's roughly 16 to 18 inches right now away from the light, which is probably optimal. I would say the plant on the bottom left is not getting enough light, but there's not much I could do about it, especially when she like bushes up like a monster down there. There's probably like 8 layers of leaves under this section. There's like 8 layers of leaves, like leaves and leaves and leaves. I should defoliate that technically. Most growers will defoliate their lower half because that's not getting any light penetration. You see how dark it is down there in the cam? Yeah, you should be able to see how dark it is. It's pretty dark. We could do things like removing all the fan leaves will really help the bud development. So I'm thinking about doing that today. Before this point, it was going to be hard to remove them with little scissors, but as she stretched pretty much from this point up till here. So she almost doubled in height already. Well, she tripled in height. I think she tripled. Girl on the right tripled. Girl on the left doubled. Triple height, double in height.
Goodbye.
I didn't want that cobbler. No, thank you. Can you take the cobbler off? Thank you. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Robot.
What else can I get for you?
That's it. You have a great day, Mr. Robot.
Thank you. Your total is 1010.
Alrighty.
We'll see you.
Damn. We got another person's job. Got another one. No more people taking orders. They straight up robots at Bojangles now.
Alright, this is the second day later after getting back. Nugs are getting pretty big. Getting pretty good handles on the humidity in here. Yup. And we're finally getting light enough that we can start watering these a little bit. I'm just going to wet the bottom of the tent with about this much water and call it a day. Wow, that's nice and dry. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful. So we'll get that going. Give you guys some shots of these nuggies. I got some soil prepping. Those are my AMOs right here. I put them into this little pot. Let them culture them and spread out, multiply. Let them bang up a little bit. It looks like she's stalled around that height. Around that height. You see that? Looks like anything above that doesn't want to keep going. That's good. This plant is a fucking monster, dude. I don't even know. Oh, yeah. She tall too. She big as fuck. She bushy as fuck. But she big as fuck. On top of the morning to ya. Sheesh. Sheesh. Well, at least we fixed it. It's no longer browning out. Nice. Give them a quick watering, roughly half gallon between the two of them. Some of it I poured on the bottom to see if it'll uptake the water still, and if they're still thirsty. A lot of these are just starting to finish up. This one's not as pretty, but she's okay. Let's look at tent number 2 today. Oh, is my dehumidifier working? It's working, but it's really not killing it. Good morning, Starshine. Oh, it's not 10 o'clock yet. Oops, 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 oops. Awkward, awkward. It's 5 minutes until 10. Awkward. That tent was dark, and I just opened it. Whoopsie. Well, we'll just talk about these plants for the next 5 minutes till my phone dies, and we'll do a recording of the other tent later. So at this point, we just cruise. We're just really looking at updates on the buds, making sure everything's fine. Nothing weird's happening to the leaves. We're gonna start to see like colors on some of the buds. If they are going to develop color, you'll see some color starting to form. Scoop. Alrighty, so it got a bit big. Big. Yeah. We flipped them in flower just in time. If I had gone any further with that, that would have been a mistake-a-roons. The soil's extremely dry right now. So we're going to hit her with about half a gallon. With a little bit of cow mag, that's all that's in there. I ain't going to add too much. They look well fed right now. For the most part. Yeah. Fed enough. Fed enough that whenever I dial it back and let them eat themselves to speed up the flowering process, it won't be too bad. If you want to see some tops, here's some top action. This looks very similar to a mimosa that I grew. It was like a mimosa Evo with orange punch, I think it was. So mimosa orange punch. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they had similar genetics. They look very similar, like the bud structure, the growth pattern. They both grew really stretchy like that. But they're relatively they're relatively happy right now. Could use a little bit of water, but we'll do that right meow. Skirt skirt. Skirt skirt. Load her up. Oh yeah, she's channeling and running out the bottom. She got a little bit too dry, guys. A wee bit too dry. That's how you know. This plant never channels. You can't even see. There's no way, dude. Imagine seeing under there. There's like almost no way. Yeah. Pretty much. All rizzed up. I think she's gonna be my favorite plant, but people like the tall plants that grow big. Gotta get a little bit of photo action and a little bit of auto action. Alrighty. Looks like they're about to be chopped any moment now. They're getting real thickums. Pistils are starting to amber. She's got at most like 1.5 weeks for me. I like chopping a little bit early compared to most. And also I like smaller yields compared to most. I'm fine with maybe like 3-4 ounces. So I'm fine with that. 3-4 ounces, I'm fine with that. Here's a little baby pot at the bottom. She's warming up, getting all the nutrients ready. Let's go check on the big plants. They probably need water bad. If I had to guess, they need water bad. Oh wow. My humidifier is full of water as well. Ooh, why? Oh wow. Y'all perky as today. So, the violet vortex finally started stretching. You see that beautiful stretch we're going through? That's pretty good. The blueberry muffins stretch like every day, all day, every day for days now. I think she's hit her peak. She's getting enough PPFD where she won't push upward anymore around this height. I think that's around, looks closer to 10 to 12 inches now at this point. It was like 16 a little while ago, but that looks like a 10 to 12er. Can't raise lights any more than they are, so that's going to have to do. I kind of wanted to pull this plant and throw it into the auto tent, but they didn't finish in time. And I flipped these. If I flipped this one any later, she would have hit the top of the tent and there would have been no way to manage that. So I had to flip her, which meant that this girl here didn't get as much loving as she could have gotten. So it is what it is. We'll see how she turns out. I'm probably not going to do any more training. I'm just going to let her be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. I'm gonna whisper words of wisdom. I let them be, I let them be. But yeah, so these were started at the exact same time as the autos. One of the big things you'll see is autos will always grow faster and finish faster. Photos always get bigger. It's just a trend that always is true pretty much almost all the time. Unless your name's Autopotamus and you're using Coco in an autopot with autos, they're not going to get much bigger than that. These are also stunted on purpose. I put them in peat pots. When the taproot of an autoflower reaches the bottom of the pot, it will begin to flower. It's the first signal to flower. I gotta clear the bottom of that out, probably. I should probably clear all that right from here down. But I think I'm gonna leave Larf. I'm just gonna try to leave them all natural for you guys to see what the difference between a top nug and a bottom nug, density-wise, size-wise, development-wise. It's just good to probably show everyone why we trim it. So I'll leave a few just to show why we trim those off. I guess one of the best parts of growing without needing the medicine or all the buds, because I'm overproducing with only 4 plants, we're still going to be making more bud than my girlfriend will ever need for her anxiety. Super exciting. Alrighty, so we'll get a little handful, go over to the pot, and cover all the stuff with the mold that's growing. So here's that. And we'll continue all the way around the edge. It's nice that it's decomposing, but at the same time, I'd prefer if all the mold stayed in the pot. All the molds, all the fungus, everything else, stay in the pot. Alrighty, nice little top layer. Beautiful, gorgeous, love that. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully that pot of soil will be ready in the next week or two, as these guys are getting chopped. Alrighty, my budget buds. We're looking at almost harvest time. The girl on the right is the gummy bears. She is damn near done. The girl on the left is a GMO that might have got flooded and really pumped full of some nutrients on accident. But auto water systems aren't perfect, and it's a good reminder to test them before you run them for like 5 days. So. Alright guys, this is gonna have to be the outro. I've been keeping you for too long. We've hit the 27-30 minute mark, so we'll just have to play that outro song. See you guys next time on Budget Buds.